The first time since week 2, the Browns did not ruin my weekend. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Ravens week 8 game recap. And also, for the first time this season, the Browns won a game at home as they defeated the Baltimore Ravens in a thriller today by a final score of 29-24. Yeah, another first. First game where the Browns scored over 20 points all year. And how about this, too? Threw for over 200 yards. Yeah. And it only took Jameis Winston starting and 8 weeks into the season for this to go down. There's a lot of firsts in this game. Yeah. Pretty crazy game overall. But you look at what happened. Jameis Winston got the start, and he looked great. 27 of 41, 334 yards. I believe today was the first time our quarterback threw for over 300 yards since Joe Flacco did multiple times last year. So, Jameis Winston, 3 tutties, 0 picks. He did get sacked twice, which, oh well, not too bad. And he had a rating of 115.3. It's like, what do you know? We have a competent quarterback who knows what to do, and all of a sudden, the offensive line can protect, and the receivers can catch the damn ball. I haven't seen this since last year. I don't know where this was all year, but God, keep it going. Man, honestly, I wish we would have just benched Deshaun weeks ago. We'd probably have at least 4 or 5 wins right now. No, we gotta keep riding with Deshaun because we don't want to piss him off, and we gotta make it worthwhile because we paid him a lot of money to be ass. Now on the ground, we didn't really do much. 23 carries, 80 yards. Nick Chubb in his second game back, 16 carries, 52 yards. He was running hard like he always does, his old self, which is nice. He's getting there. Deontay Foreman, 5 carries, 26 yards, and Jameis had 2 for 2, whatever. But most impressive of all, 27 receptions, 334 yards total, 3 touchdowns from our receivers, led by Cedric freaking Tillman, 7 receptions, 99 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including the game winner. Elijah Moore, who was actually good. Who would have thought? 8 receptions, 85 yards. Jerry Jeudy, 5 for 79. David Njoku, 5 for 61 in a touchdown. Jeff Swaim even had a catch. Pierre Strong had a catch. Jordan Akins and Nick Chubb had targets, but no catches. And then defensively, 3 sacks. Yep. JOK, who unfortunately got hurt. I heard it was a neck injury. I saw when it happened. He kind of took a funky route when it went to tackling Derrick Henry. Like he hit him in the shoulder and his neck kind of went over a little bit. Probably a stinger. I hope he's all right though. He gave the thumbs up, so he has feeling. He's not paralyzed or anything. Thank God. Albo got a sack, and Za'Darius got a sack because of course he did. It was Za'Darius had to get a sack against his old team, right? Of course. And other than that, not really much else to talk about. Now on the Ravens side, Lamar did do really well. 23 of 38, 289 yards, 2 touchdowns, got sacked 3 times. On the ground, we held Derrick Henry to 11 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Lamar had 8 for 46, and Justice Hill had 2 for 5. A lot of those yards for Lamar on the ground were on one big rushing play late in the game. And then through the air, Zay Flowers, 7 receptions, 115 yards. Isaiah Likely, 4 for 47. Nelson Aguilar had 3 receptions, 36 yards, and a touchdown. Mark Andrews, of course, had to get a touchdown. Rashad Bateman, Justice Hill, Charlie Kolar, and Derrick Henry all had catches through the air as well, but they didn't really do much there. And they had 2 sacks. Kyle Hamilton had that strip sack. And then Travis Robinson and Yannick had half a sack. That was way earlier in the game, though. It's like once the team really settled in, they were fine. Like, Jameis wasn't really touched much in this game, which is great. They only had 8 QB hits. I mean, in weeks past, I bet you if I would have looked, it would have been in almost the double digits. Like, every time they showed Deshaun, they'd be picking him up off the ground. All right, it's so refreshing having a competent offense. Can't help but ask, what's year? And man, if we knew back then what we know now, benched freaking Deshaun weeks ago. Shit. Because man, we would have had Jameis doing this the past couple weeks, we probably beat the freaking Giants. We beat the Raiders, beat the Eagles, beat the crap out of the Bungles, that's for sure. We probably have like 5 or 6 wins right now. Would we beat the Commanders? I don't know. Would we have beaten the Cowboys? Maybe. Hard to say. But I know in those close games, we probably would have won if we had Jameis. But of course we didn't because we wanted to, stick with Deshaun. They had faith in him. Can't hate that, but you gotta know when to make the switch, especially if you're trying to win. Right? Like, damn. Freaking crazy, man. But overall, great performance by the Browns all around. They did piss me off a couple times, as you guys saw on my stream, but overall, not, not bad. Now, looking at my post game observations, only got 3 this week. Number 1, this offense is actually good for 300 yards passing. I mean, multiple passing touchdowns. Wow. Only a couple sacks allowed, and those were like early in the game. Not bad. The offensive line actually did its job. Oh, and also, you could tell that Jed wasn't out there. Because, I mean, DeJuan Jones was definitely holding his own at left tackle. This is his audition to be a left tackle for the future. Because the way I see it, Jed is not coming back next year. You put DeJuan at left tackle, you have Jack at right tackle, and boom, you're set to go. Yeah. Number 2, defense stepped up when needed. They got some big stops. They got a 4th down stop earlier in the game. And then they forced a miss, I guess. Like, they got a couple good stops on a drive that led to a missed Justin Tucker field goal. Right? And then, of course, they essentially kept the Ravens out of the end zone on that last drive. I was beginning to think we were going to Browns it. But no, they didn't. They resisted the urge to Browns it. They actually won. Good stuff. With famous Jameis. Crab legs for everybody! If there was a crab leg shop around here, I'd probably get me some. For real. I'm gonna have someone literally say, I'll ship you some crab legs. No, I'm good. Nah. Crab legs. No, I don't really eat crab like that, unfortunately. Not a crab guy. Well. But yeah, number 3. We scored 20 plus points in a game. In 30. Yeah. We tried to go for 2 to get us over the 30-point mark, but we missed. Because of course we did. Had to make it extra stressful. Then the defense was letting them go right on down the field. They got to stop when it mattered. So, good stuff there. Now, when it comes to my game MVP, I'm actually giving it to 2 players. Jameis Winston and Cedric Tillman. Who, believe it or not, is actually good. He's actually a solid receiver when he actually has a good quarterback throwing him the ball. I mean, that one throw on the last drive for us, he absolutely barbecued the Ravens' already beat up secondary. They didn't have Marlon Humphrey, they didn't have Nate Wiggins, and we took full advantage. I mean, I think they had the worst pass defense in the NFL heading into this game. And they gave up over 300 yards to Jameis Winston. That's tough. And 3 touchdowns, too. Like, we didn't even do really anything on the ground. It was all through the air. This is something that's like, I have not felt this in a long time. Even week 2, we only scored 18. We scored 29 this week. I haven't felt like this in a long time, man. Cavs won. Guardians had a good season. Blue Jackets lost, but yeah, who cares? Who cares? I don't expect them to do much, but Cavs won. Buckeyes won. Crew are in the MLS playoffs, MLS Cup playoffs, trying to win another trophy, right? And of course, the Browns win. So my weekend was not ruined. And now on to the Chargers next week. They are currently losing to New Orleans 2-0. And we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully JOK is all right. We'll see about Denzel, who went out with a concussion again. So hopefully those two guys are okay. And just keep going, Should be a fun week, though, on Brown's Twitter. The toxicity on Brown's Twitter will go down big time this week. So we feel good. And of course, Browns fans are going to be like, I have one worry, though. And I'll be like, what's that? Jameis is going to win us quite a few games, and we're going to win ourselves out of the race for a quarterback. Hell, I mean, just extend freaking Jameis and roll with him next year. And then try to get Quinn Ewers. Why not? Set Quinn Ewers up. I'm sorry, Arch Manning. Maybe if you don't even keep Jameis, maybe you get like a stopgap for next year and build around this team and set up that rookie quarterback with one hell of a squad, right? Or I don't know, maybe stick with Jameis, like I said. I don't know, but I would definitely hope they stick with Jameis for the rest of the year just to see what he can do. Just because, just see what he can do. To lose games, yeah, of course. Yeah, Jameis was actually competent. Like, it's crazy. We haven't seen competence like that at quarterback since Joe Flacco last year. Like, it's insane. I haven't seen this all year. Makes you wonder, though. What would this team have done if Deshaun had played? Wouldn't have scored over 20 points. They might have scored a touchdown, but that would have been it. Oh, well. So, that being said, guys, I will see you all tomorrow for the Cavs. Let me actually check to make sure the Cavs play tomorrow. I don't want to get y'all excited for a Cavs game that ain't happening tomorrow. Let me just check, just to be sure, guys. Yep, they do play tomorrow, 7:30 against the Knicks. I almost said the Yankees. No, I'll be live for Cavs Knicks tomorrow, and of course my Victory Monday. Yeah, first time since week 2. Yeah, feeling extra good about this one because it's against a division rival. I'm going crazy. Ravens red zone. What happened? You lost to Jameis Winston. By the way, Ken Dorsey actually called a good game. It's crazy. I'll tell you what, it is so weird seeing Kevin on the sidelines without a play sheet. He's naked. He's usually got the play sheet over his mouth, It's like, yo, he doesn't have the play sheet. He's probably like, I don't know what to do with my hands, so I'm gonna just stick them in my pits. I'm gonna stick them in my pits. Probably feels a little bit freer though. He can actually coach the team. But yeah, we are 1-0 with Jameis Winston at quarterback. Love to see it. So with that being said, guys, again, I'll see you tomorrow for Cavs and Knicks, as well as Victory Monday. And have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever. And also, for my Sports Fury friends out there, no moon watching. Yeah. And by the way, Bungles, what happened to you too, huh? You lost to the Eagles too? That's tough. You guys got stomped on. That's tough. That's tough. You hate to see that. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for Cavs and Knicks. Until then, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. Victory Monday tomorrow. Be there or be square. See you guys then. I'm out. Bye-bye.